Hello. Hi everybody, how we doing? How we doing? Hello Cheese, hello Sahili. How are we this fine evening? How we doing? Hello Komaida, you're dead. Hello. Hello. I know, yeah. I mean, I would hope that you know. It'd be a little concerning if you don't know if you're dead. Doing great. Day off? Hell yeah. I got all of next week off for the holiday. I took the PTO, and then I realized maybe I don't need it. But then it all got approved, so I said, fuck it. I am making use of it though, because I am going to be visiting family. So instead of only being able to be there for the day of Christmas, I'm going up a couple days early to hang out. So that'll be nice. Calling out on the 23rd for Auntie's outfit reveal. Yeah, I don't know how present I'm going to be, sadly, because like I said, I'm gonna be going to family that day, which is annoying because I got my days mixed up. I could have waited a day, but now there's plans made, and I'm like, well, shit. But I'm looking forward to seeing her new outfit that I have maybe seen some sneak peeks of, and it's really pretty. It's really pretty, and I'm very excited. But yeah. I hope you guys are having a good day in general. Yippee! Also, apparently we got a follow while I was in starting soon and I went and got water. Hello, Leo74ers. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your time here. Oh, man. My day is great. Yippee! Good. Oh, I found out that I did a bit of a dingus. I found out I did a bit of a dingus thing. So, my doingus a little bit. So it is a known thing, and this has always been an issue for me, is that I am bad at estimating sizes of things. If you tell me estimate how big this thing is based on the measurements we're giving you, it ain't happening. It is not. I cannot translate numbers being handed to me into roughly how big it is outside of like, oh, I know my thumb is about 2 inches. Like, that's it. That's all I got. But yeah, so I, at work, instead of letting us have just a normal check for like a Christmas bonus or something, they went, hey, here's essentially a digital catalog. You get $50, have fun. I'm like, okay, I guess, sure. So I did not have glassware at my new apartment. I just had plastic cups. And I was like, well, it'd be nice to get some wine glasses. And I looked and I was like, okay, they have some nice stemless wine glasses on the little catalog that fits in the budget I have been given. Sure. So I'm looking at 2 of them, and one of them is a little bit smaller in terms of numbers. And they have like cute little, they're colored a little bit at the bottom. Like the glass has different colors. And then the other one's just normal clear glass, but they look a little bigger. And then the clear glass is a set of 8. The colored glass is a set of 6. I'm like, I can't tell looking at the pictures. Because of course, all of the product pictures is just, it's sitting on a counter. It's just sitting on a countertop. I'm like, this is not helping me. I can't. There's no banana for scale. I don't know what I'm looking at here. So I decided, you know what, I'll just get the clear ones. There's slightly more of them. And they're a little bit bigger. So if I'm estimating that it's smaller, that for the smaller size, if I'm thinking it's small, like small, then more use, I guess. I don't know. So I got the slightly larger size, and it gets here. These bitches are big enough that now they are just my normal water drinking glasses. They are large. And I'm like, how much wine am I being expected to put in these glasses? Is the Viking size small? I mean, I guess. I don't know. So I'm getting used to that. But it is nice. It is nice having some like grown-up looking glassware. The answer is yes. Nah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. It's my mistake, really. But no, they are very nice. They are very nice. And they're dishwasher safe, which is the most important thing. Because fuck having to hand wash every single glass that I own. Fuck that. Dishwasher, please. But I have a pretty small dishwasher, so they're going through in like shifts. Last night, yesterday is when they got here. So last night I put one in to test it. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. And it was fine. So now I'm going to be putting them in shifts because my dishwasher is like half capacity of a normal dishwasher. Because it's made for just one person. This is an apartment for one person. It works out great. But yeah, so that's good. Are they cute? I mean, they're well shaped and they are clear glass. I like them, honestly. I think they're nice. Are they just fancy? They're not crazy fancy. And they don't have a whole bunch of like extra stuff on them or anything. It's a glass. And you know what? That's all I need. Hello, Mono. Good evening. Happy Thursday to you as well. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I was just telling chat how I got a set of stemless wine glasses and they were so much bigger than I thought. So now I'm using them for everything, including just water. Oh, man. Man. But that's what happens, you know? Hey, Komaida, I'm really glad you're excited, but we don't want we don't want to spoil. Let's calm a little bit. Most of the people in chat have not played DanganRonpa 2. Oh man. But it seems we do have some people chomping at the bit, so maybe we don't chit chat as much today. Maybe we go straight into it. I think it's either Sonia or Chiaki. Ooh. You think Sonia or Chiaki could do that to Komaida? Which, speaking of, I hope y'all remember what we are coming into when I start this game. I hope y'all recall. Because it's about to be a time. We just jump in. This hasn't happened in a long time. Well, I mean, I don't want to keep people waiting if they are that if they are that excited, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. Words are hard. It's been a long day. Oh, man. I think Sonia, from the fact that she's technically trained in war, so she can probably do some crazy shit. I want to see Sonia riding the tank. I want to see Sonia driving the tank. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Chiaki, because she was low-key out of it beforehand. To be fair, Chiaki's been out of it the whole time. Chiaki has kind of been out of it the entire time because she is eternally sleepy, which I understand. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Danganronpa has just decided to fuck with me is all. We're good. She lost her arcade and had no time to grieve. Literally. Anyway, this shit. Anyway, this fucking thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is, I don't think he's coming back from that. Nagito is dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet. Even though there's no other fucking way you could think of this. This guy's dead as hell. Rip to this fucking bastard, literally. Kazuichi Soda having his chapter mandated breakdown. There it is. There it is. Well, what's going on here? Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead? How would you pretend this, Akane? How would games me up? Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's why I wasn't saying stuff, because they were voiced. Haha, oops. I mean, it's Nagito, you know? That's right. It's Nagito. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. Crazy work. You just take the spear. Yeah, just... He's not using it. He's not using it. I can get some use out of this. Let me just... Get that out of there. I can't believe it. We have to keep fucking showing the splash image. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I would in fact get a restraining order. Because he's fucking crazy and kind of scaring me a lot. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito's body like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. No, I'm pretty sure he thought he was just gonna be dead. If not from one of you guys, then from his various illnesses. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. If it was a woman... What do you mean if it was a woman then Nagito died lucky? I want you to look at this image and tell me what about this is lucky. I understand there is the long-running joke that y'all need help, but... Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. But even something as small as that. Bear time.
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Don't tell me.
The body discovery announcement? Then it's for real. I don't know how the fuck someone would fake this kind of shit, but alright, it's for real.
Hey!
And Nagito is really dead?
Damn it.
It's not just that he's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made. Does that mean Nagito was killed? Well, you know, people tend to die when they're killed, so. Killed.
That's right.
Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? We have to show the splash image again. One of us killed Nagito. It's almost as if this is the 5th fucking time this happened. Why am I still surprised? He was literally asking for it all game. True. Accurate. One of us killed him so brutally. Just in case you don't believe he's dead, let's just kick the body a little bit. It's like you're kicking tires on a car. It's like, is he gonna switch? The body discovery announced. Okay, Komaida, you need to stop. Okay, you have come close the last couple of streams to spoiling shit for chat. You need to stop now. If you cannot get control of yourself, you are going to be put in timeout. I forgot. I don't know how you can forget. You are the one person in chat who knows what's going on. Yeah, Nagito trying his luck with Mama, it won't work. I'm telling you that right now. I have no patience for that specifically. I hate spoilers so much. Then it's going to start again? Huh? I'm used to talking to people that know about the game. Komaida, I'm not going to argue with you about this, but I have said every single stream that you have been in to not put spoilers in chat because there are people in chat who have not played the game and who are seeing this for the first time. If you have to be told this every single stream, maybe you need to make a note. Anyway. The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then...
Of course.
Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is.
Hey,
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and lead this island, right? then the time for action is now. So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma file.
Wait! Put it right there!
Damn it!
What? Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the Monokuma file in such a cool way.
You stupid brother! Shut up! I can't stand this anymore! Got it? How much longer are you going to keep putting them through this? No more! I won't let you! I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions! Hey! Say something!
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami.
You just now noticed?
Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first?
Hello, Moonlight! Here, take the money and run. The IRS is coming. Shit! They have sent the bear to my location. Killer was actually the Fort Dark Davis of distraction. The hamsters heard Nagito talk shit one too many times and took matters into their own hands, or paws, rather.
Huh?
Oh, thank you for the watch streak, Moonlight! Thank you.
What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. What? No there! You're shutting up too.
Enough already. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please, do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Hey.
Anyway, let's begin.
Huh? Oh, but this is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. His body's like literally right behind me too. It's like super unnerving. I know. That's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monomi.
Don't fuck with me!
We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kind of...
Oh, does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
Actually...
Don't worry, the end is near.
The end?
What's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right?
Well behaved. We ran around the island searching for firework bombs. I mean, we were trying to stop the island from being destroyed. So, I guess?
The meaning behind that Monokuma timer. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh?
The end? The Linkin Park song is near? Hell yeah. God, I need to go back and listen to more Linkin Park. It's been a minute. I need to fix that. Damn. I knew something was off about it when Monokuma didn't do shit. Yeah. He knew. He knew it was bullshit. When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what will happen to us?
The killing school trip will be over.
Hey!
If this will finally be over,
You serious?
does that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that.
So...
Once again.
It's the Monokuma file!
Alright.
Phew.
You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterward at all.
Do your best.
Yay, paperwork, yeah.
Wait! Hold on!
I won't forgive you.
I won't let you escape this time. Wait right there!
What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right?
But still...
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Damn it!
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here.
All right.
Then let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
However...
It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible. right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. There's a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me. Don't take that out of context. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Yes, he is dead. The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Damn, this boy 5'9"? Yeah, he's a big old beanpole. He's just a skinny dude who's very tall. He's stretched out like you got put in the taffy puller. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. It's his hair that did it. Ooh.
Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file?
Again? But what's wrong with it? Did you guys notice what's missing? Not only is there a spear stabbed through in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Yep, it's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for.
Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be.
We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first. See? If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss.
Oh, I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start at the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked out most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Not quite, Cheese. Not quite. Not quite. There's a thing that if it is a file discussing how someone dies, there should be something in particular listed. I never expected Nagito to die like this. Time of death? Nope. Time of death has been missing from the last 2 trials. And this one actually did say time of death. It said noon sharp. Which means there's something else that's missing that has been in the previous ones, for the most part at least. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times where we were only able to reach the truth because of him. Who killed him? So close, Leo. But everything good and bad about him is gone. I'm scrambling. I can give you the answer if you want. Just tell me. We'll never be confused by him again. What killed him? Exactly. There's nothing saying how he died. There's nothing saying how he died, what the killing blow was. We usually have that, if nothing else. Usually. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. We just took the splash image and turned it into a PNG on the 3D background. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Quite frankly, it's a lot. I'm slow, but I'm catching up. You're not slow. You're not slow. Well, where do we begin? Where does this start? He's so elongated. They must have pulled him out a little bit. Well, let's start with the thing in front of us first. Dude should have played basketball. Unfortunately, he had cancer and probably couldn't run that long. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach.
There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. This is your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear gun here, right? I definitely just came up with that now. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What? Nezumi Castle? That was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice, and damn you all to hell.
Swear to God, imagine if his death was suffocation and the worms were just to throw us off. Ooh. That would be rough. That would be rough. I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. Looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of cord didn't have any blood on it. Suffocation! No breathing! Yeah! Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later.
Okay, what next? What should be next?
I'm on his thighs. Why is it saying feet? I'm on the cuts on his thighs. Why does it say feet? What the fuck? Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Sniff! It's important to the investigation. Oh man. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that? Oh, you know, torture. At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture. I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? It's bugging me so much that they aren't acknowledging the weight not being listed as a wound. Yeah, because there's blood on it, but we don't know for sure why. Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have had a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. Why are you telling me that? What the fuck, Fuyuhiko? But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Excuse me. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look as that deep compared to the other wounds. You aren't noting the spear is makeshift of like steel pipes? No, I don't think it's like put together. I think that's just decoration on the handle. I think they would have said, oh, it looks like it was fashioned from something rather than, oh, it came from Nezumi Castle, if that was the case. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere.
There's something strange.
Strange? What? That was a pipe because the tip of the handle is roughly bent? No, that's just... that's just some jank. That's just a little jank.
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered.
Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but...
Huh? There's something else that's strange?
When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand...
Well,
Here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger.
Right. Why is it only on this part?
see?
See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win.
Yeah, sure, you win. Yeah, I'm looking at that bend you're talking about. I think that's just jank. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Yeah, if you mean like right here, like this spot right here, that I believe is just because of how the game is. She won! Yeah! Chiaki win! Chiaki win all the game. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel?
This knife, it must be from the military base.
Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife. I wonder where we've seen a survival knife in this series before.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his leg and left arm were caused by that same knife.
Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm. Fun fact, that is a K-bar style military combat knife, indicating that these munitions are American. Oh, good, we're funding whatever the hell is happening here. They stabbed the knife through his right hand? I am so good at this. Hello, Shino! Hi, everyone! Oh no, Nagito was murdered. How tragic. Murdered horrifically, to be fair. Of all the murders, I think this one doesn't hit me as hard as Hyoko's, speaking of injuries. Yeah, because I feel like this is so much that it veers into ridiculous. Hyoko's was just brutal.
it cannot be.
And then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
I just don't like seeing throat stuff. That's fair. That's fair. Then, does that mean the killer went to the trouble? Excuse me. Does this mean the killer went to the trouble of using 2 weapons, a knife and a spear? My absolute disbelief, let me tell you. Even I couldn't believe it, but I had to. Yeah. Bless thee, thank you. I just had to yawn. I am like Chiaki. I am also constantly sleeping. But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
Thank you for head pats. I appreciate it.
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it?
The reason they had to use the spear, huh? Chiaki doesn't sleep, like me. Just because I'm asleep doesn't mean I can't be sleepy. There's something else. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to look at him.
Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me, I have to remove the duct tape.
Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted next to Nagito's face. Yep. He looks like he's doing well. He looks like he's alright. He looks alright. Here, I'll scooch myself. I'll scooch myself down. If you're gagged or bound by tape, lick the tape to break down the glue.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. He's so green. Yeah, he ain't doing good. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Having a tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful.
Okay,
You ungrateful swine.
why? Why are you calling her a swine? What the fuck? Why would you do such a thing?
You're gonna get cursed.
If he's green, then that's healthy for your body. That's right, you gotta eat your greens.
The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. Oh, excuse me. If that's the case.
It's no use. She's not listening.
Hey.
Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape.
Why are you calling Best Girl Chiaki names Soda? Good question. Good question. Mama be super EP 2 yawns in a row. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I like sat down and started playing and immediately wave of fatigue just crashing over me. I don't know what it is. It's very weird. It's very odd. He's suffocated.
She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to be sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is it something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right.
He don't got that tongue game, rip homie. Oh no. Oh. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh no. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue. 2. Reading is hard. I should remember it. The horrible mouth shape. Oh, there's more. Okay.
Just a second, I wanted to get a sippy.
Cheese is weird. That's not what I was saying at all. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Hey, is Nagito okay? Hi, Kieran. What do you think? What do you think? His mouth was open, so that could indicate he was muffled mid-scream. Entirely possible. More dislike rather than hate, Soda. It's just funny to clown on him. He is the punching bag. Apparently, it's a knife from the military base, and it caused the wound on his left arm and legs. After the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand, and for the final blow, they killed him with the spear. It's so cruel that I don't even want to think about it. I don't know, he looks uncomfortable, but something on the ceiling must be really crazy if he's looking up blankly like that. Yeah. If someone doesn't claim him, I won't either. Fair. But why did the killer use a knife and a spear? They could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. They didn't need to use a spear at all. Was there a reason they had to use a spear? Also, someone was painting Emperor's children and spilled their paints all over him. Oh no! Oh no! Unfortunate. Torture baby? Well, then that would just be like torture for the sake of it, or for the person who's doing it, right? Because if it was torture for information, they would have to do that before putting the tape on his mouth. Because you can't talk and give up your secrets that are being gained through torture methods if your mouth is taped shut, supposedly. There we go. There's still some things I need. Like, wait. I got all of those. I got that. What am I missing? Do I need to check it again? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What the heck? What am I doing bad? What am I fucking up? Because I can't move the camera at all. Wait, what? Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Okay, never mind. Just enough of the OBS window was not covering the edge of the screen that I could see the cursor moving in the game behind it. I was like, what the fuck is going up the side of my monitor? The other hand? We looked at the other hand. Excuse me. Swallowed down the wrong pipe a little bit. Yeah, we did look at this. Yeah, because we saw that the palm of his hand does not have blood. We looked at his fists. We looked at his fists. What do I need to confirm? Is it the feet again? Uh-huh. Okay. So that was entirely unhelpful. Cool. We got feet. Got spear. Maybe burnt rope again? I think the Soda-Sonia dynamic is very similar to Season 1 ReZero, Subaru, and Amelia. Maybe? Maybe? I'm not sure. It looks like the tip of the rope got burned off because the spear's all on fire, but that's weird. There we go. If the rope was burned off like this. Why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? There we go. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me. One of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. And am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Becoming? Bro, we saw how you acted around that orange juice in the first chapter. We have reason to suspect that you're strange. I love how this is somewhat yaoi pilled. Somewhat, yes. Absolutely, at minimum. We got... Oh, just gonna stretch my neck a little. We have major toxic yaoi going on. I am stretching in the vain hope that it will wake me up. Now are we good? Ah, finally. Okay, I have shit to look at. Like, for example, this. What the... What? Let me select it. Let me select it. Jerk. Jerks. I can see it there. Hajime is constantly hating on that man, but also like, why are you thinking about him so much? Yeah, legit. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's when the sprinkler head set activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see that red streak, or rather hot pink streak, because we all have neon pink blood? Huh? Yeah, I could. That's why I was trying to select the fucking thing. Right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood. There's no spray blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Alright, let's see. What else we got? What else we got? The rope. Ah!
One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh.
Okay, let's try Fuyahiko. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen?
Huh? What's gonna happen? This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home.
Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey, hey.
What do you mean, something?
Shut up.
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
It's just Fortnite. Yeah, we're just gonna get on the battle bus and fly away.
Damn it.
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? That's why this will end. There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end. From now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Teeny Raid! Teeny Raid! Hello, Teeny! Hello, Raiders! Hello, Opal! How are we all doing tonight? Hello, Doug! Hello, Kage! I didn't get that right! Hang on, I'm trying to do the shout-out!
Can I type? No, but I'll do my best. Some Marimbus, Opal Fern, thank you so much, both of you, for following.
I appreciate it! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you!
We are cooking, we are investigating a horrible body. We're playing Danganronpa 2. I hope you're okay with murder. Hey, Bobcat! Guys, I think Cheese developed split cheese personalities to watch both streams. Nah, Cheese just developed the ability to have chameleon eyes, so he can look at 2 screens at the same time. I wish I had that power. I wish I had that power. There's blood on the ceiling girders. There are. Gonna be lurking, having tea while doing tea. Good luck with the tea, both the making and the raiding. Best of luck, Bobcat. You got this. Yeah, how was my favorite Star Mom? We had to lay down the rules a bit, but other than that, we are good to go. Also, I'm eepy. I'm eepy. I have holes. I'm like Voldemort. My parts remain in many places, and I see all from each. Cheese, should I be concerned that you're doing necromantic bullshit? Should I be worried about this? Also, we'll be lurkifying, but happy streaming. Thank you for the lurk, Fern. I appreciate it very much, and I'm glad you're here. I hope you're okay with hearing me do a bunch of silly voices, and also just a lot of talking about blood. Gonna go eat tacos? Teeny's living her Graha dreams. Teeny and Kage are living the Graha dream with their tacos. But Teeny, are they beef soft tacos? I go to bed at like 6 a.m. regularly. I'm basically a lich. Okay, fair, yeah. Oh man, beef soft tacos even.
Gotta sip. Gotta take a sip.
Okay, back to the horrible body. Gamer! Welcome. Long time no see. Good to see ya. I tried to say both of those things at the same time and it didn't quite wake out. Good to see ya. Long time no see. How you doing? I imagine Mama saying it like Family Guy, tacos. Nah, it's tacos. It's a taco. I'm American. Living Thicky, I mean Liquid has hands. Oh yes, he does. He grew them himself.
And don't bring up strange stuff like that.
Anyway, do you guys want to see the Raiders, do you want to see the horrible body? Oh my god, I almost forgot to do the thing. To anybody coming in who doesn't know me, I am Mama Maya, your mama from the stars. I used to live in space and then I came down here to hang out with all of you, and we are playing DanganRonpa 2. We are in chapter 5. So if you haven't played Danganronpa 2, we are very late in the game. We are in chapter 5 of 6. I love how the blood is pink. It is like that in all the Danganronpa games, and it's great. Also, Kazuichi's teeth are sharp. I can actually tell you guys this. Kazuichi's teeth are sharp for the same reason why his hair is pink. He thought it would look cool. Because he's a massive dork, and he just wanted people to think he was cool. So he dyed his hair pink, and he got like dental work done so that his teeth would be sharp. It wasn't a good idea. It wasn't a great plan. Still trying to figure out how to clip on my PC because the amount of things mamas. I still need to figure out how to turn on quote ad. I was going to do that and then I forgot. I totally forgot I was going to try to learn. Your teeth has nerve, so it would hurt unless it's like a grill. Unless it's like a grill or something. Oh, Tini just reminded me I should get breakfast. Please eat food, duck. Please eat food. Problem for future mama? Oh, okay. Okay. His teeth are sharpened, not grilled. Well, here's hoping he has some real good anesthesia then. Mouse over the stream, it should be in the bottom right corner. Oh, you mean for clipping? Yeah, that's for clipping. That is for clipping. Yes. Japan has always been very strict when it comes to censorship. I believe part of it is censorship, and another part of it is that it is a pop horror, or psychopop rather. That's what it's called, psychopop aesthetic. Anyway, that's the horrible body. Kid has been stabbed in the legs, sliced in the arm. He has a knife through one hand. He was bound and gagged, and he has a spear sticking out of his guts. He's having a time of it. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... Did you figure out the quote stuff? No, I forgot. I forgot to look it up. That's my bad. Yeah, it is an oof. It is, in fact, an oof. Both the body and me forgetting to get the quote thing set up. So, I will need to do that another time. I just blanked on it completely.
Hey.
Those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Clips on Twitch aren't saved? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They get saved on my Twitch page. I can't permanently save them after 2 weeks on my device. You should be able to download clips that you make. Yeah, when you create it, you get the option to copy the link or download it. Yeah. And then it just you can download. You should be able to, yeah. I don't know if you can download clips that other people have made, but you should be able to download clips that you personally made. That's how I made the stupid thing that I sent to the Crooked Moon group yesterday that I stayed up too late making. But yeah. See what I can do on PC then, because I don't see him as an option on mobile. I don't know what the mobile options are, but on PC you can. Yeah. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. Even William Afton would not survive this, one would hope. Well, they weren't actually... Yep, I said that. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, the evidence really isn't all that strange. Except for one thing in particular. Why is there a lighter? It's an oil lighter? This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
What are those two Monokuma doing?
Which moves?
If you mean the ones on the floor, they're being not alive. Why they laid down like that? Cause this was a merch warehouse for Monokuma merch.
So using that, the curtain was set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it? It was the Epic Game Store, oh god.
The killer probably planned to destroy the evidence by setting this warehouse on fire.
They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... Yeah, if you mean these, this one is a stuffed animal, and these ones over here are cardboard cutouts. Speaking of, why is this one shot? Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey.
No response. He's dead, Jim. That's right. I watch Star Trek. Just kidding. I'm not dead.
Rip the homie Monokuma, the ops got him. Amazing. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
Monokuma looks like an unversed from Kingdom Hearts. I have not played enough Kingdom Hearts to know what an unversed is. I am so sorry.
What are you calling oversized garbage?
This be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
I had nothing to do with that.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, mon ami, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can whip you out easily, you know.
I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma.
Huh? Looks like those two annoyances are gone. It wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Run that by me again, Monami. Don't worry about it. It's probably fine. I know narratively it would be the students, but I really wish Monami was the traitor. That would be really funny. And then we also have the... What? Huh? Oh. Okay, whatever. It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12. It's 12:30 p.m. Akane's smart. She's trying her best. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently. He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. Now this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they wouldn't have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi for before we found the bombs is suspicious. Huh? Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. What would be how Akane holds Nekomaru with her sprite without holding him? I choose to believe, Cheese, that Nekomaru is riding around in her shirt. It's like a little kangaroo pouch. or on her shoulder. I prefer on her shoulder, but like you can't look at the size and shape of tiny Nekomaru and not think, yep, that's in the boobs. That's where that goes. Twin. Yeah. Now then, I imagine she just has him tucked in the cleavage, which then means that every time he just pops out to say something, he's just popping out from behind that button that's fighting for its life. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating of behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. Now, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside the warehouse first. I don't like Soda, but I also don't think he's the killer. Yeah. Yep, we go backwards. There we go, we go backwards. Itchy nose. Itchy nose. What do you mean sus? Yeah, no, that's just like, yeah. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. Usually Mama would dispute or two-cent it. Look, Kazuichi's pathetic. He's a sopping wet cat. He can't do shit. You could say that he just sat there and cried in a puddle of his own piss for 5 hours, and I'd just be like, yeah, that makes sense. Mama would be like, yeah, but like, it's Kazuichi. Look, you can read into what I'm saying as much as you want. Maya sus, obviously. I know everything that's happening here. Also, hi, Draga, how you doing? Long time no talk, how you doing? The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall. I'm trying to play 4D chess, but Mom's on 5D because she knows what happens. I'm playing the version of chess that involves time travel because I can see the future. Doing all right? How's you? I'm doing all right. You should have been neatly put away.
Maybe we're the ones that made this mess?
Huh?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is...
Does Mama know what the fourth dimension is theorized to look like? No, actually, I don't. It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine! With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Multiversal chess with time travel? Yeah! Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I know it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to open it slowly? Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Could it be? Was that it?
Well, and there's something else I've been wondering. Hey. These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
Yeah. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
Isn't this clearly strange?
Strange. That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Okay. And then there are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. The sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much.
Okay, I guess that's not glued in. Fuck me, I guess.
A 4D being would see Mama before she started stream and after ending stream at the same time. That sounds like it would hurt my head. That sounds like it would be difficult. A fourth dimensional view would be seeing us in 3D in times we were or were not at. What the fuck? All these CDs. They're all copies of Monokuma's music. These should have been burned too. But not because, like, of where the fire was. Just because they suck that bad. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe.
It looks like that weird music was playing from there.
You know, the music that was blaring when the fire started. You know, the music that was blaring when the fire started. I was supposed to have the previous line, but for some reason it says it was you. I don't really know what's up with that. Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but where's the killer playing music from this?
Maybe to muffle his screaming. I mean, that would be my first guess. Okay, do I have anything else other than them? No, I do not, it seems. Yep, just my friends. Oh no, I have to talk to people and interface with them. Uh-oh.
Looks like this side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it.
But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey.
Now, there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You're right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy.
I don't want to say this line. We're back to the days of Teru Teru, where a line comes up, and I really don't wanna. I don't feel comfortable. Yeah, Kieran. Basically, to simplify, if you trap a stick man in a box, he can't leave. A third dimensional being like us would walk over the box, and the fourth dimension for us, they would say, "Oh, walk over it," and we would say that we can't. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that line. If I had the angry emote, I would love to smash that bear. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Monokuma is a fucking terror upon this earth and should be destroyed.
You were thinking that, huh?
No, I was thinking that so little that I just refused to say it. Here, I do it for you. Thank you.
Of course not.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Soda, literally everything else that you have done and said relating to Sonia points us in the opposite direction.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
You're screwing with me.
Oh my, screwing? How lewd.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this. But unfortunately, and Kieran, I love you very much as my dear friend, but this feels like some sort of shit that you would pull. Like someone says that they're screwing up, or are you screwing with me? And this feels like a Kieran thing. Oh man. Nagito dies and now this fucker is rage baiting. He's been rage baiting the whole time. What? No, I'm right. You would. With your Mom would be like, I'm fucking ready. And Kieran goes, who's ready? Exactly. That is exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. Yes. Oh no, son.
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second.
Sonia overheard it and is now staring concerned at Kazuichi as he admits, okay, buddy, jail. Agreed. Throw him onto the island. We're already on the island. Wholesome woo noises. You can't fool me. I've known you for too long, Kieran. You can't fool me anymore. Vote him out. Well, unfortunately, if he didn't commit the murder and we vote him out, we die.
In this trying time?
I would love an egg. Thank you for the egg. Just last stream, Kieran said I was flashing chat. Why would you do that? The problem is I'm calling Kieran out for this behavior, but I support it. Oh, I'm being punished for my hubris. Thank you for the bulb.
Let's give it
Thank you for the
everything
bulb.
we've got. It's punishment time.
It's gonna be punishment time. I mean, when something gets said, you tend to think of it.
Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already.
Well then, with that done, question mark. Whew. We'll think about the countdown after we live through this trial.
Okay.
Sure. Sonia, you got anything? Ah! Why cheese? Why? Why did you cheese me, Kieran? Why would you do such a thing? Mom on one of her 14 streams. Ah, fuck dicks. I didn't do it. I know.
Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse.
Hi guys, what I miss? Hey Quaver, don't look in the back of the warehouse. Don't. It's a little fucked up looking. Nagito's dead. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, he's dead, but it's a little fucked up looking.
Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her.
It wasn't flashing inside of the stream. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Sounding cheerful. Okay. Nagito's dead.
Oh man. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yay! Sure is. Woo. I see Teeny and Kage are back from their taco trip. How was tacos? How were the beef soft tacos? Yes. What is it? So good. Yay! Oh, I'm glad.
I wanted to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded.
Stupid, but I associate streaking with Metal Gear because of the naked Raiden segment. I feel so bad for Raiden. He's just going through it at all times.
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
It is all right. It is not a bomb. As much as that guy was an asshole, he definitely gave Final Girl vibes. He did, unfortunately.
Why did you know the bombs were a fake?
Well...
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs...
Nagito's dead! I can't do a very good Goofy voice, I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you? And what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be.
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus! Shit! You son of a bitch!
Sonia?
I am sorry.
I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. Heavily for my part. Oh, you like super sus of Sonia, Teeny? Damn, girl. I know, right? I'm not good at it yet, so you usually start with, oh boy. Yeah, that is actually a pretty common thing, Cheese. That's a pretty common thing when you're doing voices and you're trying to get them down. Having a key phrase like that really helps. That's something that I've heard multiple professionals say is something that really helps to get in, like, ease your way back into a voice. I didn't know she had that silver tongue. Who is the cutest female in all of DanganRonpa? See, that's difficult because there's so many cute girls in this series. There are so many cute girls in this series. Sonia is adorable. Chiaki is adorable. Just this game alone, there's a bunch of goodies. I trained to do Stitch with the Ohana line and Smeagol by saying the Bright Lord. Yeah, see, you just gotta get your key phrase down. Super sus. I see. I see. Cutest from what I know so far is Chiaki.
Aww.
That is a good pick. That is a very good pick.
I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
Well,
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone, so I kept silent the whole time.
Doesn't that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them? Like, Aoi is cute and I like her a lot, but Chiaki has a different level of, oh, yeah, I get that. I feel that. I will say, Cheese, based on what I know about you and what you've said about your preferences, there is a girl in V3 that you are going to be very interested in. I can do a kind of decent lemon grab, and I just make the noise he makes when he works himself up. Hell yeah. Is she just a red flag? One of her voice lines is, "Do you wanna die?" She's so much of a red flag that her shirt is red. Oh. If I was still 17. If anyone has seen Adventure Time, they probably know the noise I mean. Oh, I know the noise you mean. I haven't actually sat down and just watched through Adventure Time, but I have seen so many lemon grab clips. I've seen so many lemon grab clips.
that is.
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs.
How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them.
Sonia straight up found a pile of bombs and went, I wonder if they're legit, and tried to blow shit up. You gotta love Sonia. I knew she'd know something. Yeah. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin.
I love her, but she's so sus and unserious. She really is.
At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain an entrance to the ancient ruin.
To be fair, it makes sense considering the funhouse is the only one I know of that had genuine weapons. Oh, it was a sparkler.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell.
Also, do you see that tiny little Monami in the corner there? Look at her. Look at the things she's saying. I love her. Do you mean Monami or do you mean Sonia?
See, so that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base.
Sonia, she's just her own special brand of insane. She has at minimum participated in a dark blood ritual. She is obsessed with serial killers. She loves murders and murder mysteries and the occult. She is a child soldier who can 100% go on the front line based on how she's talked about her country. She's a princess. And she just sees bombs and is like, oh, I know exactly what to do with this, and tries to blow up a monument or something. Like, girl is just out here. And if anybody goes, Sonia, what the fuck? She's just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not from this country. And what are we gonna do? Tell her she's wrong? She was also just a little out of touch, but she's trying her best. She is. We don't claim Monami. No, that's fair. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
I did. As did Mommy as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
She's very how do you do, fellow kids? At times, yeah. At times. A lot of European countries have mandatory military service. Everyone is essentially a trained soldier in times of need. Hi, Solar! Yes, but Sonia said specifically that military training is part of an elementary school curriculum. Like, we visit the military base and we're like, holy shit, there's tanks and guns. And Sonia's like, oh yeah, I know how to shoot these. And Hajime's like, huh? And she's like, yeah, don't you? And Hajime's like, no, why do you know how? And so he's like, oh, well, I mean, this is a staple of my country's education system. Everyone learns how to use weapons and military techniques in elementary school. And Hajime's just like, what the fuck is wrong with your country? And Tone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is normal. Thank you for giving me my hair back, by the way, Teeny. I know you worked very hard on it. Oh, man. Totally normal country. Totally normal. Totally normal country where you propose to your loved one by raising a weird animal that grows when it's angry. Thank you for the bald quaver. It surprised my family when I had proper gun discipline on my first day. That is really cool. That is very cool. When I went to England, I saw a convoy. Ooh, goodbye hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Which means
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them.
Oh, thank you for my hair back, Draga.
That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby.
Meanwhile, my government feels what football hooligans can do with a table and chair set. I mean, have they seen the WWE? Do you know the things you can do to a human body with a table and chair? Also, I just want to stay on this image for a little bit. Thank you for the bald duck. I just want to stay on this image for a bit so we can all properly appreciate Kazuichi getting yeeted by the blast. It went so quickly last time, but now we can really just appreciate him going. Off he go. God. Good. Oh, good. Get his ass. Fantastic.
That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it.
Throwback to WWE or MMA where the dude had a real sledgehammer because it was safer than a fake one. Holy, are you talking about Mankind? I feel like I remember seeing clips or images of Mankind with a sledgehammer. He's a WWE wrestler. Could be. Hang on. Oh no, there were a bunch of sledgehammer attacks. Never mind. There's a bunch of sledgehammer attacks in the WWE, at least in the past. I don't know how much of a thing it is now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The guy with the yellow shirt jams in and out from the explosion. Oh yeah, he's getting yoked. He's getting yoked. Although, fun fact, since I mentioned him, the wrestler Mankind, his IRL name is Mick Foley. He's just, from what I can tell, he's just a good dude. And he very recently made a statement that he is refusing to do any comeback stuff with the WWE because on occasion the WWE will bring back retired wrestlers if they agree to it, to like do events and like just have it be a whole big deal, like, oh my god, look at these classic wrestlers, they're here. And Mick Foley came out and just said flat out, yeah, I'm not doing that as long as Vince McMahon's here, he sucks. His actual statement was phrased a lot better than that, but that is just a very brief sum up so that I don't get tempted to Google the full and complete statement. Based? Oh yeah, no. Mick Foley is just a good dude. Mick Foley is just a good guy. The luchador dude that had his mask ripped off and shunned by the luchador community, that's not Mick Foley. There is a luchador wrestler in the WWE, but that's not Mick Foley.
But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well.
Rey Mysterio, that's correct, Opal. I am referring to Rey Mysterio. Yep. Rey Mysterio is a cool dude. I do not believe he has been unmasked. I don't think. I hope not. That would, in fact, be incredibly disrespectful if he was. But he is actually really good with the kid fans. He has spare masks when he does his walkout so he can give them to kids in the audience. It's super sweet. He's just a good guy as well, from what I can tell. Again, I obviously haven't met any of these people in real life, but from what I have personally seen of them, both Mick Foley and Rey Mysterio are just good dudes. They're just nice people. and Rey Mysterio is very flippy, and I think that's fun to watch. I heard he stunt doubled for Jason and Freddy v. Jason. Who, Mick Foley or Rey Mysterio? He was one of my faves when I did watch wrestling. Unfortunately for me, I was a huge fan of the tag team of The Undertaker and Kane. And then Kane was just like, I'm going to be a hardcore Republican mayor in Texas. I'm like, I mean, it makes sense because you're from, you know, a red area, but also, fuck. I just thought he was cool because I'd seen him. I would see him with The Undertaker, and Undertaker was my favorite. I was like, yeah, big dudes kicking ass. Also a big fan of The Big Show. Also a big fan of The Big Show. He got done so dirty over the years. It made me genuinely sad. I don't know why I don't know why the WWE decided to fuck around with The Big Show so much. So many unkind things were done to that poor man. Rey Mysterio was a stunt double for Jason. That is fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Rey Mysterio is famous for wearing a mask, but his face was revealed in '99.
They unmasked him?
That's so mean. I hate that. Oh, that makes me upset. That makes me sad. The reason John Cena does every Children's Miracle Network request is because, as he puts it, these kids have one thing they could ever have in the world, and they chose me. That's the greatest compliment and boost someone could ever have. John Cena, yet another example of someone who, from what I can tell, just seems like a good dude. Just overall, just a good dude. He does so many Make-A-Wish things, and he does so many things for his fans. It's beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful. I love it. It was torn off, not taken. It was ripped up and everything. Yeah, but you're still not supposed to show the face. Have you seen the Scooby-Doo WWE? So about that, actually, genuinely. So I stan Cena. I love watching him on the Wipeout. Oh, he hosts Wipeout now? I thought that was someone else. Oh, I gotta watch that now. He just seems like such a bundle of joy. But yeah, gamer, for the Scooby-Doo WWE crossover, my first apartment after moving out, after I graduated college, I had gotten my cable box because I got like a fool by Comcast, who's just like, if you want, we can give you cable channels for not a ton of money. And I was like, okay. Eventually I did cancel all of it, but when the cable box got there were some issues with it. The tech had to go through like 2 or 3 of them because they just wouldn't connect. And when one of them finally connected, he was like, all right, test it out, give us a call tomorrow because I gotta go, because it was getting late. He's like, give us a call tomorrow if it doesn't work. And I was like, okay. And I tested it out, and the channel that it came up on this teeny tiny TV that is smaller than my main computer monitor is now, because that's all that I had. I'm figuring out if it's getting working. The snow clears, and I just see John Cena stopping a massive boulder. I'm like, well, I'm watching this now. I guess I'm watching this now. So I haven't seen the entire start to finish Scooby-Doo WWE crossover movie, but I have seen it from John Cena stops a boulder from killing Shaggy and Scooby. It was a college kid movie project. They managed to get John Cena to play Fred. Yeah, John Cena was Fred's dad. That was insane. That was nuts. Thank you very much for Rap Tap, by the way, Draga. Cena as Peacemaker is awesome. I still need to watch Peacemaker. And I still need to watch the new Suicide Squad. I need to watch the second attempt at the Suicide Squad movie, which also looked really good. I was quite surprised how good The Rock and John Cena were as comedy actors considering the wrestling background. I think that's part of it, though. A lot of comedy is timing and knowing how to play off of other people and physicality. And all 3 of those things are so important to professional wrestling. Like, you need to be able to play off of the other person if you're going to do any promos and if you're going to sell stuff in the ring. You need to have that physicality if you're going to sell stuff in the ring and be able to actually, you know, do all the moves and stuff. You need to understand timing so that you can, again, you can work with the people around you. You can understand how to play the audience, that sort of thing. Pro wrestling, I know people make the whole, oh, pro wrestling is fake joke, but in my opinion, it is incredibly interesting to see everything that goes into it in terms of how do we sell this without killing ourselves in the process. Dave Bautista, Bautista is so good. I'm so happy with how he's been able to transition to acting. He does such a good job. He's done such a good job. And again, seems like a good dude. It's acting with violence. Yeah! It's acting, but with real blood instead of squibs. The choreography alone for wrestling is bonkers. It is! It is! It's amazing. It's amazing to watch. And then people are just like, oh, once you know what the tells are, it isn't as cool. I'm like, no, I'm watching for the tells. I want to see how they use them. I want to see how that works. I remember the guy who has a promo was supposed to snap a lock on a chain, but it was a real one, so he got pissed and broke it for realsies. I don't know who that was, but that's awesome. Bautista is also by. Oh, good for him. Good for him, good for him. Ooh. And a little bit of a irpy burpy there. Yikes. Peacemaker was so good. Suicide Squad was so good. God, fuck. I gotta figure out how to watch him. Now. Mama knows Fred. Hang on a second. Hang on. Fred Ficklehorn videos started in October of 2006. I was born in 1994. I was like 8. No, I was old. I counted the wrong way. Jesus Christ. I was like 12. Of course I knew who Fred Ficklehorn was, and I hated him. Even then I was just like, what the fuck is this? It hurts my ears. like the annoying Orange and Fred, they blew up, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. 4. In my defense, I counted the 2 the wrong way. Like a fool. But this is just how you know I can't do math. But yeah. Same, I hated it. Thank you. No, I fucking hated it. I was not a fan. Nothing against the people who made either of those things. They just... Not for me. Not for Maya. I was born in 93. Gamer's older than me. I might outage Maya. Not might. I was born in 94. You definitely outaged me. When you go to the next set of texts, Kazuichi's gonna have a severe headache. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. What if I GIF mailed you an alarm clock that had Fred scream? It would go in the garbage. That is not my problem, and I refuse to let it be my problem. You babies get out of here. I was born in 89. Guys, we have an elder among us. Oh, Elder Opal, what is your wisdom? What is your wisdom, oh Opal?
I'm kidding, I love you, I'm kidding.
I grew up on Annoying Orange. It's safe to say my taste in media have matured. I'm happy for you. Ancient and gnarled awoo noises. The bite of 89. Kieran, I already know that if I ask you for wisdom, you're just gonna shit post. I was born in 2006. Oh God. I already knew that Cheese was a tiny, tiny little baby, but now it's been confirmed. Now it's been confirmed that he's a tiny, tiny little baby. How many of you use markers to make sword and hit people with them? Yes. Mm-hmm. Correct. We hear a door open, and it's just Kieran's knees. Hey, Teeny, I'm getting hit with splash damage from that. No surprise, I'm very open about my age. I know. Just call me Grandma. Grandmama Opal. FNAF 2 movie was alright. I just got back from it. Oh, I'm glad it was good, Quaver. I'm glad. Honestly, Grandmama Opal has a kind of like high society rich lady grandma. Our family's money comes from grandmother's investments. Grandmother Opal is the matriarch of our home. I'm also of the 2006. Oh God. Grandmother Opal, an orphanage owning mistress. Yes! Opal, we're coming up with a backstory for you. I hope you don't mind. We're coming up with a backstory where you're unfathomably wealthy, but no one knows where your money came from, and everyone is trying to get in your good graces so that they can get a good part of your inheritance. Opal is totally an old money name. It is! It so is! Yellow Man's getting tired of flying. Oh yeah, you're right. We should let him down. We should take him off the ceiling. You're right. Yes. All right. It's been decided, everybody. Opal is the rich old lady from the Aristocats now. Which, do you guys remember the Aristocats? I loved that movie when I was a kid. I loved how sketchy it looked. Like, I love that the lines looked kind of sketched a little bit. I loved that as a kid. Cheers, you now have a mama, an auntie, and now a grandma. Oh, hell yeah. We're just building the family tree as we go. We got this. Hell yeah. I'm here for it. I'm not trying to get the money. I'm just being a little gremlin. And that's why you're the favorite grandchild, Duck. That's how those movies always go. Everyone's trying to suck up to the rich, older relative to get a part of the inheritance, and then all the inheritance goes to the little weirdo that was nice to Grandmama, not for her money and her wealth, but simply because they're a little weirdo who loves their grandma. Grandmas love the gremlin kids. True. Classic cliche, yes. Also, I'm not the favorite. Rip. There can be more than one favorite. That was me, baby. Exactly. Teeny knows. Do you remember Oliver? I do remember Oliver and Company. I remember being shocked, I tell you, when I was little, and I found out that the lead dog in Oliver and fuck, what's his name? Hang on. Dodger, the dog with the red bandana. He's actually voiced by Billy Joel, which is super funny to me and was insane to me when I was a kid, because Billy Joel is my mom's favorite, like one of her favorite musical artists. So I was all but raised on Billy Joel's music. So why should I worry starts playing? I go, wait a second, I know who that is. Tiny me just goes, hang on a second, I know this voice. I do genuinely like his music. Part of it is nostalgia, and part of it is the fact that I just actually like his singing. So, is the guitarist doing okay? I think he needs to take a break. He's fine. Don't worry about him. I remember seeing that movie in theaters, and then I was well into adulthood before realizing it was Oliver Twist with cats and dogs. Oliver and Company is just Oliver Twist, but with animals. Oh my god. How did I not put this together until literally just now when Kieran said it? What the fuck? Dodger as an artful Dodger, the character from the book? Kieran, you have to understand. I went to a small town public school. We did not read Oliver and Company. I actually have not read Oliver and Company. I've read shit. What's it called? The one with the crazy old lady in the attic. What's her name? Flock. You can't read a movie. Hi, Dak. Oliver Twist. It's so obvious now. It really is. God damn it. Karen, help me. I read it in high school, but not as part of the curriculum. I just like classic literature, so I did it for fun. That's fair. I was reading a lot of sci-fi and fantasy and supernatural horror at the time. Lady in the Attic, such a broad trope. Karen, I need your help. It's a classic novel. It is often taught in high school. You're following a young man who's from a very poor family. He goes to the city, and he gets like picked to assist this literal crazy old woman who's like always up in like her attic or just in a very dark room wearing her old wedding gown, and she's ridiculously rich. And because the main character kid, who I believe is what the book is named after, I think it's named after him in some capacity, because he was there and he actually talked to her and shit, she left him all his money, and then he was rich as hell and didn't know what to do with that, so he fucked up his life. What is this fucking book? I can't fucking remember it. Hi, Quaver, thank you for the head pats. I can't fucking remember it. Karen, I need your English, your writing and English lit experience. I need your help. I need your help. Oh, fuck. Shit. God damn it. Fuck. The only lady. That's what it is. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Great Expectations. That's what it was. Yes, Mrs. Haversham. That is exactly who I'm talking about. Thank you, Karen. Great Expectations is exactly the book that I was fucking thinking of. Jesus fucking Christ. Yes, we read Great Expectations when I was in high school, and clearly it stuck with me. Me feeling seen when someone said they read City of Ember. That sounds so familiar. Hang on. That sounds really fucking familiar. Hang on. I read that! I just looked it up because I was just like, wait, doesn't that have isn't the cover like a light bulb, but it says Ember inside the light bulb? It is! I had that book when I was young. Oh my god, it has been so long. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if maybe any of you guys would be able to help me with this, because there is a book I have been trying to fucking find for years that I read in like middle or high school, right? And I cannot remember the name of it, and I have not been able to find it by description alone, but maybe one of you guys have read it. But the idea is that you have this group of like teenage girls. And they decide, like a bunch of punk kids, like a bunch of ne'er-do-well teenagers that like to cause mischief and such. They all decide they're gonna get tattoos, right? They're gonna get tattoos from this guy who isn't going to make them, show ID or anything like that because they're underage. He's just gonna give them cool tattoos because he's a cool guy like that. And they go, and they go, and it turns out the dude is a fucking fae. It turns out the guy doing the tattoos is a fae, because the main character girl she's the POV character, she's the only one who chickens out, but all the other girls get these tattoos, and then they start changing, they start acting different. They're like obsessed with the dude who gave them the tattoos and getting more tattoos, and they're being assholes. They're not just being edgy and alt anymore, they're just actually terrible people all of a sudden, and they're doing whatever this guy tells them because he's a fae, and the tattoos were how he's controlling them through the ink or some shit, and like this girl has to like deal with that or something. Was it Poison Ink? It might have been Poison. Gamer, you might be saving my goddamn life. Oh my god. It was. That was the book. That was the book. I don't even remember how I read it. It was probably like a library book or something. That was the fucking book. Thank you, gamer. Thank you. I just typed in what you said and found it. Well, then I don't know how I haven't been able to find it. Genuinely, you know what it was? I was probably comboing it in my brain with another series that I read that was also Fae related, of people, of like these teenagers over time, and it was always someone different, and the stories didn't really intersect all that much, but they were all like very clearly the same world, and it was just like these people getting sucked into shit with the Fae. So you know what it was? I was probably getting that series comboed in my brain with Poison Ink. That's probably what it was. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm remembering all of the crazy ass fantasy books I read when I was a child. When I was young. Oh man. Oh man, I clipped it. Thank you, gamer. Thank you, gamer. Oh man. It was a good book. It was a good book. Good supernatural thriller, I'd say. For like, specifically aimed for YA. Nothing wrong with that. I love YA fiction. We really derailed hard. It's fine. Kazuichi can hang in the air for a bit longer. What is it? 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 Oh, I'm trying to think of something. Trying to think of something. None of these are what I'm thinking of. Shit. Where is it? I'm remembering. Why did you say thank you to me like you were a Sith Lord? Because sometimes when I get excited, I turn a little evil. My book collection is catered specifically to my hyperfixations. That's fair. Does anyone remember a book called Winn-Dixie? That sounds really familiar. We also don't know that Mama isn't a Sith Lord. I don't know how I would prove that I'm not. In a rural town in the mishaps she does that. It sounds familiar. It sounds very familiar. I'm trying to remember the Fae YA series that I'm thinking of, and I remember what the cover looks like for one of them. Trying to remember. The problem is it's Fae related, and given current time and current era of fantasy, every time I try to Google, it's just like spicy Fae book. I'm just like, no, this was a YA series that I read in like the 2000s to 2010s area. It was not spicy. Try to make something stupid and gimp, hell yeah. Forgot how to do even simple shit and I quit. Fair. It happens. It happens. It happens. I have a way to prove Mom is a Sith Lord. Because of Winn-Dixie's. That's right. Thank you, Dak. Thank you, Dak. When you saw the picture of the book, what made you say it was the correct book? For Poison Ink, the cover where it's very like reddish or pink, and in the background on the upper right side, it's the person's shoulder from behind with the tattoo. And then in the bottom left corner, it's the girl looking over her untattooed shoulder up at said tattoo. I saw that. I was just like, that's the book. That's the cover. I remember. Do you know the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I know that there's a story about it, but I don't know the story other than he tried to overcome death with the Force and it didn't go well. That's it. That's all I remember. I haven't actually watched the prequels. Because like that's the thing. I remember what the covers look like. I just don't remember the names of them, you know? Weirdly enough. Yeah, I don't think I'm finding this one right now. I don't think I'm finding this one right now, sadly. Much as I would like to. I don't think I'm finding that series. Oh well. Oh well, what can you do? It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh well. Oh well, we got one of them. And that's more than I had. Poor yellow jumpsuit man. He's fine. It's Kazuichi. He deserves worse. If so, the Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. The problem is his reason for doing it.
With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a
There
minute?
should be no more reason for you to doubt me.
You're right. I got it. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it. You look worried.
Yeah, I am.
Well, at a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range.
You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? Kind of fell off the Star Wars hyperfixation after a while. That's fair. There was a lot of it all at once. She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned. The plushie factory next door. Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from. And Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I need to know if he liked me, or if he actually hated me.
I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you
Hey, you guys. Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too?
In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here.
I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece the incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely.
You don't really need to say that. Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay! There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Oh my god, I just remembered a thing. Well, technically, I remembered it earlier, and I was gonna mention it then, and then I fucking forgot because we found out what book I was talking about. Do you guys want to know the most unhinged book I ever had to read for a school class was? I'm talking, this shit was assigned reading, and we had tests. And to this day, I have no idea how it got approved. If I remember correctly, Mama told us the title, not the details. Probably. It's called The Grass Dancer. And it was the book we read for our Native American Lit unit one year in high school. And this was pretty early into high school. This was like maybe sophomore year at the latest. So you hear the name, and you hear that it's for the Native American Lit unit in a small town public school, and you think, oh, it's probably some sort of I don't know, like feel good white savior kind of thing or something like that, right? No. No, it's not. To this day, I do not know how this got approved. Was it the color purple? No. No, it's called the Grass Dancer. Have you ever walked into your English class? Have you ever walked into your high school English class when you have a test on the last couple chapters of a book you were assigned that you know you didn't read properly, even though you normally would read the books properly, but you know that for this one you didn't read it properly, and you sit down and you get your test and you go to start filling out what answers you know, and you get to the section of the test where you have to match the quote to the character who said it. You have to write the name of the character who said the quote that is written on the test sheet. And you look at the list of quotes. You look at the list of quotes on your English test, in your English class, in your small town high school. And you see, in quotation marks, "Mama never told me you could do it standing up." Or something to that effect. I don't know what literally anyone who had any kind of decision-making power over this was thinking, but this was a book that technically had Native American characters in it, technically, but pretty much all of it, the only way that it really interacted with anything to do with Native American anything is there context. That the context is that this book was pretty much just porn. There was an entire sequence where, as a showing that one of the teenager characters was coming into her own as a woman and embracing the mystical bullshit of her family line or whatever, is that she baked her eyelashes into a batch of cupcakes and then gave those cupcakes to like half the boys in her school, which then magically mind controlled them to follow her to an abandoned house so they could have an orgy. This is the book I was given for my Native American unit in my English class in high school one year. Everyone failed all of the tests. Everyone failed all of the tests because nobody was comfortable reading this shit. Nobody was. Even the guys were squicked out by it. Who assigned that shit? Danny, the person who assigned it was the English teacher who actively bullied my younger sister. What the fuck? I agree. Not even a report to the officer or admin? I'm pretty sure some people tried. I don't know what happened with that. I do not know what happened with that. But this was assigned by the English teacher who, when I had her, she was fine mostly. She was kind of screwy at times, kind of out in left field on occasion, but for the most part, she was fine. Come to find out, she was fine with me because I was in both speech and debate team and the drama club, which for some reason, despite not having a role in either of those clubs, she was heavily invested in them. My younger sister, when she got that teacher, was actively in cheerleading and also had no interest in speech and debate or theater club, which is perfectly fine. So when this teacher came to her and said, "Hey, I taught your sister and she was in speech and debate club and also the drama club. Are you going to do those things?" It was the fall half of the year and my sister said, "Oh, I'm busy with cheer. I don't have the time." And then it came around to spring and the teacher came back and said, "So you're going to join them now, right?" And my sister said, "Actually, no, because I'm doing other things." The other things my darling sister was doing was taking so many AP courses that she was basically done with the school year a month early because that's when all the AP tests were. And this teacher decided to go above and beyond to treat my darling sister like absolute garbage, up to and including when they were reading Wuthering Heights. And during classroom discussion, my sister said that she thought the character of Heathcliff was interesting. Not, oh my gosh, he's so hot. Not, oh, I love the brooding types. Just straight up, I think he's an interestingly written character. This grown-ass woman went to the other English class that was being taught next door and started making fun of my sister to this entire other class. Because, oh my God, she's so basic, liking Heathcliff. Huh? Excuse me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yup. This wasn't reported like at all. I don't think my sister reported it anywhere because she just wanted to get it over with and get the hell out of high school. I would call in the principal if the teacher was like that in my high school. I'm pretty sure she got suspended, but I don't know if it was for that. I don't know. She was, like, there were a small handful of teachers in my school district when I was growing up that were fucking insane. There were a pair of them also in my high school. One of them taught Spanish, one of them taught science, and I swear to God they thought they were still in high school. I'm assuming this teacher got axed later down the line. I don't know. Genuinely, I do not know. I haven't checked. I don't know what her deal was. I haven't checked. I wish I had words for this whole situation. It's so shitty. Oh no, it was not good. It was not good. I felt so bad when I heard that this was happening. I was like, do you want me to try to like do something? And my sister's like, what are you gonna do? You already graduated. I'm like, I don't know. I can try something. I don't know. It was just fucked up. But yeah, there was a Spanish teacher and a science teacher that were friends, and they decided they were still like in high school or something. So again, my sister's year, that it was their prom. It was her senior prom. They moved location from being at a like Moose Club ballroom in town to being like in the gym, which was very unfortunate. But these two teachers decided that it was a good idea to dress in their old prom dresses and stand at the entryway into the promenade where all the kids are supposed to walk down to show off their dresses and their suits and get pictures for their families, and pretend to interview them like it was the red carpet. We are talking two full-grown women with fake microphones in their old high school prom dresses, harassing the teenagers as if they're the paparazzi. One kid came by himself. He was meeting his friends there. He came solo. He didn't have a date, and he was going to be hanging out with his friends there. And these two grown women grilled this kid on if he was planning on leaving the prom with a date. And nobody did anything because everybody was just like, what the fuck is going on? This cannot be real. It was weird. My school district was fucking weird. It was very weird. This is the same school district where I had the health/gym/driver's ed teacher who, when we got to the substances unit in health, pulled out a bottle of Jack Daniels from one of the supply closets in his classroom, showed us how to pour a shot, said it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and downed it. In class. That teacher in particular was the leader of the teachers' union. So they couldn't do anything. Yeah, my hometown was interesting. That's funny, but what the fuck? It's funny now. In hindsight, it was kind of scary. I mean, if they were the head of the teachers union, I'm not surprised. If it was just that, Kieran, that'd be fine. But he also asked a girl who was sitting at the front of the class to lean over her test paper more. I am not kidding. This was a girl who happened to hit puberty, and she was sitting in the front row of desks, and they were taking a test, and this teacher in front of everyone said, hey, name, you need to lean over more so you can cover your test better. Oh, nah, I retract my last statement. If it was just the alcohol thing, it wouldn't have been that bad. Oh, nah, kill him. What a combination, health, gym, and driver's ed. Yeah, yeah. There were a lot of interesting personalities in my school district when I was growing up. between middle and high school. Both. To varying levels of concern. There's that guy, there's that English teacher I talked about. There's the two ladies that thought they were still in high school. There was in middle school, the Spanish teacher would routinely claim that she could beat up the boy students and taught us fake words, and it got so bad that by the time I left, she was being told she had to follow an online module rather than making her own lessons plans because she would just make shit up. And what would the kids know? They're in middle school. Yeah. There was the one gym teacher, not the alcoholic one. There was the one gym teacher who, when I dislocated my kneecap, claimed I was faking until another girl screamed at him. So this was, in my high school, there were like 3 gym teachers. There was the alcoholic one, the lady one, and the asshole one. And the asshole one was a young-ish guy who was also a volunteer firefighter. Coincidentally, my best friend in high school, who I am still close with now, was also a volunteer firefighter. Her dad, and her brother. They all volunteered at the same firehouse. Like, literally, we would come into school some mornings and we'd be like, hey, how's it going? How was your weekend? She was like, I had to go handle a fire, an actual fire. And we'd be like, wow, we're glad you're alive. So they knew each other because they happened to volunteer at the same firehouse. And one day we were playing dodgeball, but we were playing dodgeball in the mats room where they stored all the wrestling mats, but they didn't fit perfectly against each other, so there would be gaps. And fun fact, if my leg gets caught and my upper leg turns, my kneecap dislocates immediately because I have loose ligaments in my one knee. And guess what fucking happened? My foot got stuck in a gap between 2 mats. I went to turn to dodge a ball, and my kneecap dislocated, and I dropped like a sack of bricks because it fucking hurt. And also, I don't have a thing stabilizing the joint of my leg that I am putting weight on. And as I am on the ground screaming, I faintly hear my friend yelling, I can't quite make out what. Come to find out later, she told me this after the fact, because she was the one who helped me down to the nurse's office while they contacted my parents. Come to find out, said younger guy, gym teacher, decided I was faking it. Decided that I had gotten hit by a ball and I was being overdramatic about it. And my dear darling friend ripped this guy a new asshole. Because what the fuck do you mean she's faking it? She is clearly screaming in pain and collapsed on the ground and not moving. What do you mean she's faking it?
I had to go to the hospital and they almost did surgery. Because my kneecap was dislocated for so long. The doctors were just like, we might have to do surgery to essentially cut your ligaments in your knee and stitch them together so it's tighter. That almost happened. And then the surgeon came in and was like, hey, I reviewed the x-rays and shit. We can do that. Or if you want, we can put you in physical therapy for a few months and hope that makes it better, but you're going to have to stick with it. And I picked physical therapy. And it did help. That hasn't happened to me in a long time, thankfully, but also I'm a lot more careful now because I know what causes it. But yeah. A lot of interesting people acting as teachers when I was growing up. A lot of interesting. Classic walk it off, you'll be fine. Not even walk it off, you'll be fine. Just straight up, oh my god, she's being so overdramatic. Why is she doing this? I don't know, maybe because I'm in a severe amount of pain, asshole. I don't know, dude. I had to be on crutches for weeks after that. Jerk. It sucked. We did have some good teachers, though. We had some very good teachers. There was a science teacher in middle school who was just the coolest dude. Like, straight up was a drummer in a rock band. Just
wanted everyone to have a good time learning about science. I was just like, oh, fuck yeah. He was awesome. He like genuinely, if someone was just like, hey, how does this work? He was like, let's find out. Let's figure it out. Let's go. He was awesome. Pop and lock, more like pop and car. True. Is that Mama's car? I've actually never driven a truck. There was what other teachers did I have that didn't suck? There was this one history teacher that he was so cool. He was very kind and funny, like very funny. He met the students where they were. I had him in like 7th grade, I think, in middle school or something. And he just, the way that he taught stuff, it just clicked and it was fun. And he was really nice. I liked him a lot. My digital art teacher is a wrestler. That is fucking awesome. Mom ain't driven a truck? Nope. I've only ever driven a 4-door. Closest to a truck was a Honda CR-V. That was my first car. My chem teacher made road flares out of random stuff and played Magic the Gathering. Hell yeah. My librarians, the librarians that worked at the library when I was in high school, saints. They actually ran the speech and the debate team. The male librarian ran the debate side, the female librarian ran the speech side, and they were both fantastic people. They were awesome. The one art teacher was so cool. She was so cool. She is how I started thinking a little differently about art. And this is something I still struggle with, where I will have an image in my brain and try to make it exact. And if it isn't exact, or like if I'm trying to draw from a reference, I try to make it exact. And if it isn't exact, I think it's horrible and terrible and bad. And we were doing a surrealism oil painting unit. And we were supposed to bring in pictures and fuck around with them in like photo editor of our choice. This was back when you could get Photoshop for the school computer without it costing an arm and a leg, or just fuck around with your shit in your phone without it costing an arm and a leg, and bring it in and try to paint it and see what happens. And I got a picture of a rose that I had that had started wilting, and I fucked around with color balance and stuff, and it looked really neat. I was trying to paint it, but I was trying to paint it perfectly exact. And she came over to me and she was like, hey, you look like you're struggling. I'm like, I am, in fact. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with it. This sucks and I hate it. And she was like, why? I'm like, what do you mean why? And she's like, why do you hate it? I'm like, because it's not the picture. I'm supposed to be making the picture. And she goes, no. I'm like, the fuck you mean no? This is a graded class. The hell you mean no? And she's like, this is surrealism. This is supposed to be whatever you want it to be. So do whatever you want. If it doesn't look exactly the same, that's fine. This is your starting point. This is your inspiration. You can go in whatever direction you want from there. I'm like, that's allowed? She goes, yeah. Mess with it. See what happens. And then I did, and I liked how it turned out. She was great. The other art teacher was weird. In terms of being an art teacher, far too serious, in my personal opinion. Art history would have made a lot of sense for this guy, but he would grade based on the finished product, not on the effort you put in. The lady art teacher graded you based on the effort you put in if you really gave it your best shot. The male art teacher graded based on how well he thought you made a finished product, which was some bullshit. I had friends at the time who were in the art room every lunch period and after school, just trying their hardest to get it to the right level of quality, and would still get a horrible grade because teacher did not think it was at the right level of quality. Which is dumb. It's art. It's subjective. Anyway, I've been yapping a lot. I got very distracted, it seems. Gotta make a phone call. Okay, see you when you get back, Opal. Your brain develops its visualization ability way faster than your physical capabilities. Don't I know it? Do not I know it? Mm-hmm. We had a video editing class when I was in high school, taught by the same teacher that ran the school news show. And to teach us about filmography a little bit, we watched clips from Jurassic Park. It was great.
It was fun. It was a good time.
One of the science teachers, who was also my homeroom teacher in year 9 at the time, let me and some mates play Cards Against Humanity in the corner of the classroom while we were waiting to go on an excursion. Nice. That's awesome. That's so good. Forgot about the child. Oh, yeah. Shit. It does make good background music. DanganRonpa music is too good. I just jam to it. Apparently, the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. My controller fucking DC'd and turned itself off because I was talking for so goddamn long. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. I'm gonna miss tomorrow's trial. Ooh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. My high school had its own kind of news thing that the film class did. It was locally broadcasted to the school. Yep, that's exactly what ours was too. We had one in middle school and one in high school. And they were both really cool. And I should have signed up for it, but I didn't. I should have. Looking back on it, I wanted to. And then I don't know why I never did, because it just seemed really fun. I shoulda. Could have gotten my start earlier. Any clues I missed before joining, by the way? I'm taking notes. What is the first thing you remember seeing when you joined Quaver? Tell me where you started, and I'll tell you what happened before that. There's a lot of shouldas, but that's the past. That's true. That's true. It's very easy to look back on the past and be like, oh man, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have not done this other thing. But where you are now is a product of all the choices you made along the way, and you get to make more choices going forward. That is the fun thing about free will, is that you just get to do whatever the hell you want. And yes, we live in a society and all that stuff, so you have to like make money, pay bills, pay your rent, all that shit. But outside of that, you get to choose so many things. You get to choose what you have for dinner. You get to choose if you go on a trip and where. You get to choose what you do on your off time. There are lots of choices. There are so many choices. And it can be a lot sometimes, but it's fun. You gotta look at it like it's fun. You gotta look at it like it's an adventure. I think it was when you were starting questions. Okay, so Nagito has stabs in his legs. He has a slice in his arm. He has a knife in his hand. All of those were done by the same knife, and that knife is likely from the military base. His arms and legs were tied up, but on the hand that had the knife in it, his right hand, that rope was burned, but he was not. The hand that does not have a knife through it, the palm does not have any blood, but there is blood all over it up to the middle joint of his fingers, but then not past that. The spear that is in his chest is from Nezumi Castle. The cord coming off of it with the weight on it, there is a fist-sized blank spot where there is no blood on the cord. He has tape over his mouth, and it looks like it was sucked inward. So presumably he was screaming. The final killing blow is not listed in the Monokuma file. The Monokuma file does list that he died at 12 o'clock noon on the dot. There is a line of blood on a steel girder on the ceiling directly above Nagito. The sprinklers did not get to the back area because of the curtain that was there and has since burned. There was an oil-based lighter found at the scene. There was a essentially knocked over conga line of Monokuma standees that was found at the scene and only burned out to a certain way down the line, not the whole way down. Was the tape also over his nose? No, it was only over his mouth, and there was no blood underneath the tape on his mouth. There's an MP3 player that was used to play very loud music when we found the body. There was the detritus left over from the fire grenades that everyone threw to try to put out the fire. They didn't do anything. The sprinklers are what put out the fire. There is a Monokuma plushie, not actual Monokuma, just a life-sized Monokuma plushie that was stabbed and it has blood on it, presumably Nagito's. We don't know what's up with that. Sonia knew that the quote-unquote bombs were not real bombs because she had found the bombs ahead of time at the military base and tested one by taking it to the vault door in the weird old building to try to blow it open. Turned out it was just a big old fountain fireworks, so she knew that they were not real bombs. That MP3 was the hymnal, correct. The MP3 was the MP3 player was what was playing the hymnal super loud, yes. Who was it that found the bombs first? Sonia found the bombs originally when she was checking out the military base when we were still in looking around times and before Nagito set off the first bomb. She found the bombs, did not tell anybody she found the bombs because she was worried that someone would try to pull some fuck shit, tested it, found out it was just fireworks, didn't worry about it past that, and then the reason she was at the military base was to see if the bombs there had been taken by Nagito, and he said that he had all the bombs somewhere. She confirmed yes, that they were the same ones, which is why she was able to come here to the factory and say, guys, don't worry, they are not real bombs. Meaning, the only bombs Nagito had were likely the one that he set off at the hotel to make it seem like he just had a fuck ton of explosives, and the one that he set up at Nezumi Castle to blow open the door. And that's it. That I believe is all of the clues that we have so far. If I am remembering correctly, that should be everything. Thanks for the recap. Anytime, I got you. There was a spear through his chest, but no blood under the tape. That is weird. Cause of death could have been asphyxiation or poison, but someone went ham on him either pre or post mortem. Correct. That is something that Fuyuhiko brought up, is that torture is probably involved based on the superfluous wounds. Simply because there's no other purpose for why someone would do that. But my thing that I'm pointing out is that if you're going to torture someone, why would you put tape over their mouth so they can't give you any information? What is the point of that? The spear didn't hit anything vital clear. There was a lot of blood. It definitely hit potentially vital things. There's blood all over it. It's going straight through his midsection. If nothing else, blood loss would have been a very easy way to kill him using the spear alone. But we don't know for sure if that was the actual killing blow. All of the students that are left are assuming it was because it's the most obvious thing. But the Monokuma file does not clarify what the actual fatal hit was. No punctured lungs or anything? No, it was not high enough to try to go through the ribcage. At least it didn't look like it. They keep saying in the dialogue that it's through his chest, but the art looks like it's like right below his ribs. I think it was probably post-mortem. Do you think the superfluous wounds were post? Maybe. Hi Natsu, what did I enter into? We are doing a recap of all the information we have so far on Nagito's murder. Nagito is dead, I'm sorry. He's very dead. It's kind of fucked up. The spear was post-mortem. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, what do you think killed him then? Under the stone? That's what I think just based on the art. They keep saying, oh, it's through his chest, but it looks a little too low down to be the chest to me personally. To my eyes. But text says chest. The body is physically mangled. Most would assume that was the cause of death, so it would draw attention away from less obvious means. Correct. Cheese thinks it's suffocation. Ooh. Oh yeah, Teeny, are you still sus of Sonia? Fuck. What about the laptop? I am. Oh, that's an enormous machine. What? No, I'm trying to look at the laptop. There we go. It wasn't asphyxiation because he could still breathe through his nose, which is why I asked if his nose was taped. No, it did not look like his nose was taped. It looked like it was just over his mouth, and it was pulled in. It was pulled into his mouth a bit. You could see the outline of his mouth through the tape very clearly. Who was it who told us to get the others to go to the location of the bomb? Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko was deployed to this island to look for the bombs. He found them. He came to Hajime and said, Hajime, I found the bombs. They're at the factory. You go get Chiaki and Sonia. I'll go get Soda. And so we went to the central island to look for Sonia. She wasn't there. We went to the island that Chiaki was on. It was like, hey, we found the bombs at the factory. She said, okay, I'll meet you there. We then went to the military base and we found Sonia. And we said, hey, they found the bombs. She's like, okay, I'll be there in a sec. And we're like, what the fuck do you mean you'll be there in a sec? And she's like, I'm in the middle of something. I will be there in a sec. Turns out the thing that she was in the middle of was looking into if the bombs were in fact the fake firework bombs that she had found previously. And they weren't. Smoke inhalation is in the cards, potentially. The fire was going for a good while. The fire grenades did nothing. They hit the back curtain and just kind of crashed onto the floor and didn't do a whole lot for the fire itself, and then the sprinklers came on. I think he suffocated from the smoke, and with the tape there, he couldn't draw in enough breath, and thus possible. I think he was hanged and then tortured. Unfortunately, Cheese, if that was the case, there would have been marks on his neck, but there are no specific marks on his neck. That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on the laptop, is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? Hung from his hands, though. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. My personal guess right now is Kazuichi. That's a possibility.
Nah, it looks like video is set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator.
Do we see where the other ends of the rope were tied off? For his left hand, the hand that does not have a knife in it, and his legs, it said that they were tied to pillars or something. For his right hand, the hand that does have the knife in it, there is rope around his wrist, but the end of it is burned. And we don't see where it should have led to. I think it's Fuyuhiko or Chiaki. Ooh. I see, it could be.
But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get.
At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means the video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. That thought of mine, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Me. Is me. Fuyuhiko, because he knew where the bombs were, and Chiaki was MIA during the search. Chiaki was at the island she was supposed to be at. Sonia is the one who went away from where she was supposed to be. Fire probably burnt the rope a bit before it was put out. Possibly. But something that is pointed out specifically is that if the rope is burned to where it is strange, at least to Hajime, that nothing else on Nagito is burned or singed. His clothes are fine, his skin is fine, none of the other ropes are burned in any capacity. I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me. Could be his luck. It could be his luck. Oh, this again. Could have been cooked internally. He was frail of health, so I'm sure the heat affected him more. It's possible. He got smoked like a brisket. It's possible. I love the ideas you guys are coming up with. This is why this specific trial is so fucking weird. There is so much going on. What the hell happened? I feel like Sonia is too obvious and Kazuichi is too suspicious in general. My eyes are on the other two. Okay, I'm assuming you mean Akane and Chiaki. Or do you also mean Hajime? Do you think our player character went and did some things without us knowing? The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh? I don't see it for Akane. She isn't smart enough. I don't think the pro tag is in on it. Okay. If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make for a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism. Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it.
As I established last stream, they all have motives, except for Hajime and Chiaki. That's true. That is true. Hold on. If there's a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it? Akane's trying her level best just to think. True. That, you make a good point. They were all pissed at Nagito. That is also true, Quaver. Nagito was being openly hostile to literally everyone. And Nagito was scary enough when he wasn't openly hostile. It's pretty late in the game. They gotta make it difficult, right? Mm-hmm. True.
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop, there's no bomb.
Hey!
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right. Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
Who knows?
I wonder.
I feel like it's crazy to say Nagito did it to himself, but also he is crazy. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, the last thing we really saw him do was play Russian roulette, but with only one bullet removed.
If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No!
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that the killing was gonna happen.
I imagine his luck somehow plays into how the evidence was scuffed. Ooh, possibly. One other suspect I have is Monokuma. So the thing is, Monokuma is unable, based on the rules, to kill anyone unless he is attacked, which is how he was able to attempt to kill Akane because she attacked him, and also why he had to turn Nekomaru into a robot, because he would have died at Monokuma's hand incorrectly, despite him not attacking Monokuma at all. Monokuma is allowed to use deathly force, but only in retaliation for an attack on his person. Chiaki did try to defuse the situation, and Hajime is the protagonist, so we'd already know if he did. Would we? Would we?
That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Oh, I feel relieved.
But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or the factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia.
Now she's throwing the bone. Unreliable narrator, my beloved, that doesn't lower my suspicion of Monokuma. Let me put it this way. I'm kind of sort of burying the lead for a later game when I say, are you sure that the protagonist didn't do something without us knowing? Because in one of the later games, I'm not telling you which one, the player character does something that when you look back on it on a subsequent playthrough, you know exactly what it was, but when you are playing through it the first time, you can't tell until the reveal. It is a later game, I'm not telling you which one, but that is a thing that happens in the series. Yup, yeah, Shino knows exactly what I'm talking about. I know Shino knows what I'm talking about. Mama's spiraling us. I'm giving you a red herring and I'm burying the lead for later. Because Nagito definitely could have attacked Monokuma to get himself killed. Maybe. He knows the rules. Aren't there only 2 others? Yes. Yes. And the anime, but I'm not counting that because that has its own shit going on. The DanganRonpa 3 anime has its own shit going on. And so do I. Thank you, Teeny.
Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
I swear to fucking God if he somehow got killed by the ghost of Junko. I mean, I'd say ghosts don't exist in these games, but there's so much crazy shit I can't really say. I feel like that's unfair. Oh, not the attempted Rickroll.
Did I say something I should not have?
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
Monokuma's account.
Wait, the hamsters. We haven't seen them. We haven't seen them in a bit. All right, that must be everything there. They don't usually let you leave a location unless you've investigated everything at that location already.
Alright, let's go to the military base. Let's go to the military base.
I just love the idea of the 4 hamsters together lifting that spear. It's just such a funny idea. They haven't been seen in a long time, a suspiciously long time. They haven't been seen since their owner was brutally murdered in front of them. No.
Music as always is a banger. Correct. I love Danganronpa music, dude. Or dueling Nagito with the weighted whip. Oh. Ah, found it. Huh, what'd you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife?
So many stab wounds, almost as if multiple assailants. Possibly. But only one knife was left behind. They are the Dark Devas of Destruction, true.
Wait, that's...
Oh, by the way, this is the state Nagito's body is in, by the by. Thing is, Sonya is definitely the most sus right now, but my paranoia says that's a mislead. It's possible. It's possible.
Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
For the 13th time? Yeah, we're just going to keep showing this. They put a lot of work and effort into making this look as gruesome as possible. But yes, Quaver, you are now able to see all of the damage. There's no wounds past the ones on his thighs in terms of his legs. He's just tied at the ankles. To me, Sonya doesn't seem sus, but Fuyuhiko does. Ooh.
Which means the killer obtained the knife here. So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once.
That's everyone, though.
No, not me. This is the first time I've been here.
That sounds fishy. At least it isn't white, true. Because yes, Sonya does not have a concrete alibi. Fuyuhiko just has us as his alibi. I see.
Damn it. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out of the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these.
It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who could do that other than maybe Sonya. There is an awful lot. Maybe the truck? Maybe the Jeep? When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here. Fair, everyone has a shaky alibi at most, true. When I first came here, there was something on the bed, on the truck bed, which means Sonya was telling the truth. And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. Kazuichi just seems like he would have good knowledge of this stuff, being the ultimate mechanic. Possible. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Alright, looks like we're all done looking around here. Which means... How did Nagito know the bombs weren't real in the first place if he didn't test it? We do not know if he tested it. We don't know. Oh, I do need to be on here for the map. Where is it? Here we go. Oh wait, no, I went the wrong way. Shit. I always forget which way is which for the loop. Into the castle we go. Unless Monokuma told him, but I don't know if he would have. Monokuma also probably would have said in his account. Yes. Monokuma said for the first time that the bombs were fake when he talked to Sonya and Hajime at the factory just now. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right? Just as I thought. Looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle. There's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
It was an ornament. Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear gung me, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. Well, why did the killer use the spear and a knife? The weight is on the spear. Yes. The cord coming off of the spear has a weight attached to it. The battle function of that would be to use the weight to catch on to the opponent and then spear him when they wouldn't be able to get away. Maybe Akane would know because she'd be athletic enough to grab it, possibly. Why is Teeny doing a peek? What's Teeny peeking at? Thank you for the head pat stack.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife, and it would have been easier too. Gungnir Odin, one eye covered. Monokuma has referenced the Spear of Gungnir in the past, though. In the first game. When he summons the spears to kill fake Junko, to kill Mukuro, he calls to me Spear of Gungnir. So he has made that reference in the past. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. Just thinking. Okay. I'm feeling the strange feeling that I've never felt before. Why would the grappling mechanic be on the end opposite the spear portion of the staff? I don't know. That's just what Monokuma said. That's just what Monokuma said. Monokuma said that's the intended use. He also has a serpent on his eye patch. I think that's because he's Yakuza. I think it's dragon motif because he is Yakuza. I'm feeling the strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now is not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. Yep, that's exactly it. So, wait, is that it as in I described it correctly? Or is that it, like for the serpent? Is that what you mean? Or are you talking about the spear? Whip around the end to use the grapple, drag them in, and ram the spear through. That's what Monokuma said. That's what Monokuma said. I highly doubt, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that is what it was used for. I can say that I doubt it, but I actually know the answer. So maybe he did get murder on the Orient Express. It's possible. It is possible. Who knows? If we investigate that place, we may be able to find some kind of clue. All right, let's go. Are you guys ready to go to Nagito's house? We're gonna go, guys, we gotta go to Nagito's bedroom. We gotta go to his hotel room. I'm being stupid. To catch someone, your spear needs it thrown in your direction and then needs to be pulled back towards the enemy. Oh, it's like a bullet. Yeah. Well, Chiaki beat us here. Made a joke last stream about it, but now I'm actually starting to think that happened. It's possible. It's possible. It's locked. I can't go inside. Open the door, bear.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
Hajime.
Hajime.
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye.
I didn't do that. Use the momentum to whip out the chain while keeping hold of the spear. Couldn't that also work? I don't know. I'd redesign the spear so the flail's on the same side of the spearhead, so when you actually catch your foe, you can defend and still thrust and not have to shift the spear back. Ooh. Yeah, Cheese would be the one to know about this stuff. He knows a lot about weaponry.
Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black beans.
Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
Well, I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Bye-bye.
See, I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized.
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Pretty normal looking room for the most part. So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? Why the fuck does he have a fridge and I don't? That smile. I know the shit we're gonna find in here. What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Big shiny chest. Yeah. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. Nagito stole Monomi's treasure box. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Well, let's look at the very obvious glowing pink box. A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Ugh, could this be?
Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. That's a treasure box.
Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep, it's really cute.
Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous.
It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know. If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. There's a Monokuma in the bathtub. I cannot click him. We find another used carrot. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Huh? Use? Oh, yeah. Earlier, when we went to try and check out Monomi's house, she said, hey, I'll give you this instead. And it was an item called a used carrot. I don't know what that means. It is not explained what that means. This is it? Why is a notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings, as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch.
Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? A diary?
Looks like it. Did Monomi write these?
Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. Thank you for the stretch, Quaver. Thank you, thank you. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, day 4, day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. Are these our memories? Day 1 was when Monokuma showed up here on the island. So these diary entries are starting when the game started. I remember Monokuma said she stole our memories and locked them away. I don't think that's what this is based on what we have seen so far. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
I thought she was a teacher. She's supposed to be our homeroom teacher, but she's also supposed to be like 5, I think. I don't know. Monomi's fucking weird. Oh, it's nothing.
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook!
Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook.
What's with Japanese tropes of the 5-year-old teacher of a class of high schoolers? I don't know. Unfortunately, you were a little late.
But this notebook is here. Then Nagito was the thief? Betrayal. I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right?
Diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey, you're a liar.
You always show up out of nowhere.
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know.
Why?
There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write.
Huh?
What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. See, Bullseye? I know, because I'm the same way, too. Aw, are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey. So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister.
It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true?
Huh?
He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, you know, it's, how should I put it? Bye-bye. Excuse me.
Hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep. The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her.
But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. I'm going to give you guys a hint in the form of pay attention to something that just happened. We know who wrote in this notebook. We know, based on the diary entries inside this notebook, we know exactly who wrote in this notebook. Right this second. In this moment, if I had been playing this blind, I would still know who is writing in this notebook. And it is not Monomi. Sonia? You think a princess is that kind of handwriting? No. It's something that was written in the notebook out who was writing in it. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm giving direction. I'm not doing anything past that for your hint. But based on the diary entries involved, one of them in particular tells us exactly who wrote in this notebook. And it's not Monomi. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf.
It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later.
Yeah, I agree.
I missed the first 3 chapters. You would have seen it then. You would have seen it then. You would have seen it then. The thing that it is referencing happened in chapter 4. And now I'm definitely not saying anything else.
There's a refrigerator.
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from.
Nagito probably supplied it himself.
Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? I'm trying to think now. That was the point. That was the point. I was trying to get you guys to think real hard.
As I talked to Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. Mama's gonna make me dig into her chapter 4 VOD now.
It's a mystery. It's a Hiyoko. What about her? Except the big ass bottle of poison. This is just a very funny screenshot. Huh, not a whole lot in the fridge. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. Good thing I can't fucking read to see what could be on that label.
For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much.
Didn't Hiyoko talk about Mahiru or something and mention a diary? Hiyoko died in chapter 3. We cannot. We gotta solve the mystery. Yeah, it's a mystery game. I want you guys to be able to solve the mystery. I'm going to give you some slight points in directions. If you follow that thread, that is up to you.
That bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Mama, can I try the brown drink? Sure. You can try it once. Chapter 4 was Mikan's trial, right? Nope. Chapter 4 was the chapter right before this one. We are in chapter 5. I can't read the label. So this line right here about it looking like it's a dietary supplement and maybe protein powder is a direct reference to chapter 5 of DanganRonpa 1. Direct reference to DanganRonpa 1, chapter 5. Because that's how Sakura did it. It was protein powder and poison. They make a lot of references to the first game in this one. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? How could I miss it? It says Monokuma's special poison. You know, the poison for Monokuma. Monokuma's poison. The poison specifically for Monokuma. That poison. Can you tell that I've been watching clips of The Emperor's New Groove lately? Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, looks like it's poison.
Protein?
Yeah, like in eggs.
Poison?
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. Do you see his sons recreate the voice lines? That is exactly what I saw, yeah. They brought in Patrick Warburton and his 3 sons and had his sons attempt his like most famous Kronk lines for the anniversary, because it's a big anniversary for The Emperor's New Groove this year. The 3 Kronks, yes. Emperor's New Groove is so good. It is. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna give a take. Kronk's New Groove was also good. It was super cute. It was also good, but in its own way. And The Emperor's New School, in my opinion, was okay. Just okay, in my opinion. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began to read the warning label on the back of the bottle. I would move myself out of the way so that you guys can see it, because it's kind of behind me, but you can't actually make out what it really says, so I'm not going to bother. Kronk is a national treasure. True. I loved Kronk's New Groove. Me too. Haven't seen any of them. Duck. You should. You should definitely, at minimum, watch the first one, The Emperor's New Groove, Duck. It's so fun. Oh, man. Snuff out the light was a robbery. True. Poison made specifically
for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
I know Gabe and Talon, they both stream as well, not to mention they are both VAs and have roles in Honkai Star Rail. They do, and it is hilarious, and I love it. I love the self-awareness of the movie and its characters while maintaining the immersion of, yes, this is a silly cartoon movie. Honestly, I think that heightened. I think the self-awareness heightened the silliness because they did it in such a way where they were, in many cases, literally just having a character point at the screen and go, look at this bullshit, but it still worked within the framing of this is a cartoon. It's a cartoon that is aware that it is a cartoon, and it's fantastic. Hajime reading the label. Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death.
You can tell they had so much fun recording, and yeah. I'm terribly sorry, but you have thrown off the Emperor's groove. And he's just standing off to the side, pouting.
This refrigerator must be to keep the poison secure.
I still quote the poison line here and there, as you should. But where did Nagito get something like this? When Yzma insulted Kronk's cooking, I was so sad. I was so sad for him.
Well, that question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too.
Apply to the bomb.
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial.
He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Ah, yeah. It's all coming together. I can't do a good Kronk voice. I can't. I want to. I need to practice.
Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Poncha's wife was such a queen. True. She was fantastic. Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it?
I would be happy to hear a story, Cheese.
If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer? Even after you've died? Half empty, I'm more of a poison, half full kind of person. Yeah. Hee. There we go. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. Looks just like the one in my room, but...
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things.
Did you guys know the Warburtons have been on Family Feud? Oh, hell yeah, nice. Yeah, like, spicy material. Well, we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... Huh? There is something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this?
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves.
These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for? For the record, the story is what I was told by my best friend. So my best friend has a boyfriend, and you know, the usual date nights, hang out, etc. One day they got intimate and all kissy, and then as a joke, her boyfriend did the Kronk voice. How do you like that? And it threw her off so bad that now whenever I do my Kronk voice, it makes her cringe and laugh in pain. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
Hajime.
One time I made her cry laughing because I made a skit by myself of Peter, Cleveland, and Joe talking about Lois sleeping with Quagmire. Oh god. First sabotage himself, he did.
Hajime, was there anything else under the bed?
Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and...
Do you hate everyone around you? Do you wish they just dropped dead? Then buy Monokuma's special poison today!
There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum?
A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh?
Where is his multi-tool? Steal that shit. It probably would have been on his body. It seemed like he kept it in his pocket.
It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise.
Kazuichi? Yeah, he might still have it.
I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Like the time a friend was getting with a girl and he left us downstairs and we decided to play Vanilla Ice as loud as we could. Oh no. I still don't get how people say aluminum. Aluminum? Aluminium?
Wait, who knows?
Might be too soon to decide that.
Alright, now I think all we can do is look at the books. That's what he gets for ditching us, fair.
There are a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on the shelf. Genres and the types of items are so random that I can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
Well, they say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Do they now?
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
So, what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Don't look at my shelves, Teeny. I have seen your shelves and they're covered in Graha. So, Chiaki's right.
Yep. I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
You can key smash all you want, Teeny. I know I'm right. My way of ruining the mood on purpose is I do a voice and start flaming the dude. No, she still has a figure of Graha still in the box on her shelf. She does. And she has some figures of Nobu from Fate Grand Order and some other figures from other things. It's actually a very cool little figure box. It actually is a very cool little setup for her, for these tiny little chibi figures. They're very cute. It's very cute. Is the box secretly ajar? Nope, it is a clear-sided box. It looks really nice. I was gonna say, how does someone put body pillows on a shelf? So fun fact, Kieran, when we were at Gateway Fate, turns out this is a new thing that some people selling merch will do, where they will make mini body pillows that are like roughly keychain sized. So you can have a keychain body pillow. They're really silly. I like it. I wanted it. I know you did. I remember you did. Vinyl or plastic? It looked like plastic. Didn't you get it? Acrylic, that's right. Yeah, because you said you got it from IKEA, right? Keychain Graha. We've strayed so far from God as a society. That's what makes you say that? We live in current year and keychain-sized body pillow is what makes you say we've strayed from God? No, from Amazon. Oh, okay, my bad. I apologize. I'm spreading misinformation simply because I have a shit memory. The 40K fan says this.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Oh, wait, what?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here.
Well, that might be true, but...
I mean, I play Chaos, so true.
See? So I'll leave this shelf to you.
I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I decided to walk toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here.
Or maybe.
Huh? Well, that file wasn't...
Why does it say Hajime Hinata? What is going on?
Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal! Indeed. It's a school badge of Hope's Peak Academy.
Does that have information about our stolen memories?
The Death Note!
Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. The file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but... is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that.
It blows up. It's just full of poison.
Instantly, I realized something was strange. This really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them, too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie, too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth, my 3 sizes for some fucking reason. But there's one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There's no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why? Is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
Sorry, I had to get a sippy.
Well, I just found a strange file. File confirms that I am truly bitchless. Seriously, it just says bitches :0. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
Hajime's holding up better than most of the ultimates. Yeah, clearly being just a normal guy is the way to get through shit.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy.
Luigi wins by doing nothing,
It's not
yes.
written in there. These profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togane. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that you think he might be the traitor?
no, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. Fucking name missing from the 16 original students. Pray tell, where have I heard this?
Like I said, a lot of references to the first game. I feel like if I was in Danganronpa, I'd get 2 other people and just hang out with them all the time. Yeah, because then if one of them kills you, the other one is there. Unless they work together. Because you can, Duck, you are permitted to kill up to 2 people at a time per trial. You are permitted to kill up to 2. Up to 2. Blah. Had an itch on my eye. It would also be a really good alibi, true.
He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
So maybe 3 people. There you go.
For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious.
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school live,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
A different reason.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, should I put it? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
What do you mean?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right?
Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter?
That's that Byakuya's true identity.
True identity?
He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya, Togami.
A fake. I called that there was an ultimate imposter. You were correct, yes.
Well, the fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that is the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all.
That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami. Called me might be a bit strong for me saying that I think someone copied the ultimate talents of other people. Yep, ultimate imposter. He isn't copying talents. His personal talent is copying people. Yeah. So he pretended to be Byakuya, but why? Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
So
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that.
Then, he was lying to us the whole time?
But still,
But he couldn't help it. The ultimate imposter faked his death and is still hanging around, do you think? Why couldn't he help it?
oh,
'Cause that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not, which is something we saw in the first game. Remember? Leon Kuwata, not Leon Kennedy. I've been seeing too many trailers for the new Resident Evil. Leon Kuwata, ultimate baseball prodigy, wanted to stop playing baseball. He wanted to become a rock star. He didn't want to play baseball anymore. And he couldn't. In the end, he killed someone and tried to get out of it with baseball. Even when he desperately was trying to get away from it, he grew out his hair, he wore punk clothes, he refused to show up to baseball practice. Even when he tried to avoid it, it still pulled him back in. He couldn't actually escape it. My pants are securely on, I promise.
In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating.
What the hell?
anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth.
Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others, and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell.
Based on the context, if I had to guess.
No.
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already.
So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor.
Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I mean the file, so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey!
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor's a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy.
You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right?
Well, probably.
Oh, I just got an achievement for hitting level 50. Nice.
Hi, Jaden! Good luck at work. I hope your shift goes well.
Ooh, it's dripping with despair, isn't it? You want your precious time. You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know.
Time's up. Wait.
Excuse me for a moment.
That chime just now.
What is most important for living things?
I think the files could definitely provide some very important clues. Maybe.
Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
You ready?
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan may be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe, after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. The class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
but still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know?
What the fuck? I will be right back, you guys. I will be right back. Hang on. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Didn't unmute either. Yeah, I know, because I knew it would be quick. It's okay. It's okay. Ugh. I had put up a curtain rod on one of my windows in the bedroom, and I had used command hook curtain rod holders, and I had put them on top of blue painter's tape to protect the walls, you know? And turns out that did not work out well because one of them just fell and I heard a loud banging noise, and it was the curtain rod falling. They're not great. I mean, it's been working fine up until this point. Honest to God, I think it might be because of the painter's tape. I don't know. It hasn't been an issue before now. That was the noise? Yeah, that was the weird banging noise. That's all it was. Did it scare Mama? A little bit, because it was a weird banging noise coming from my bedroom. So it's annoying, but I'll figure it out. That sucks. I really liked having the curtains up. It got so dark in the room with the curtains up. It was so nice. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it is a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Probably the tape, painter's tape, is not meant to stick forever. Well, that's the thing. The painter's tape is still up. The command strip stuff came off of the painter's tape. That was the issue. The command strips holding the hook to the wall peeled off of the wall. Or peeled off of the tape, rather. I'm glad that happened while I'm out here and not while I'm trying to sleep, because that would have really scared the shit out of me. The command hooks can be very iffy, I know. No, it's on brand. It's on brand.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it. You're making me depressed. You're making me depressed.
So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends.
It's on brand, damn right.
Once we're through with this, we can go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know.
That's
right?
why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops.
What the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet. That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
How? What are you saying?
Got it? There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll fit you
Damn right, stupid rabbits should just shut up.
Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair.
Huh?
I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it in order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looked so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes?
Ah.
Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini Maru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial.
Oh, fine.
But still,
Somehow, I understand what Manami is saying, I think.
Anyway, let's get going. The last class trial.
yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can.
no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Keep Minimaru on. We can't have him yelling randomly, unfortunately. It's like turning off your phone in a movie theater. This is the end. Bye, cheese. We are going to be ending soon, so if you don't make it back in time, have a good night. Bye-bye. I kept saying those words to myself, over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right?
I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we've finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who have survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then, the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope or the light of despair?
Well now,
Well then, now that that chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough. Just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm. Make sure to give it all your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then,
Let's get this trial started.
Viva Killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other.
In the first chapter with Byakuya, was Sonia ever seen in the same room as him? Yes. More than once. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said that he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair, just to prove that hope would never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us, too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. I would like to say my progress, yes. And that is gonna be where we end for tonight. Oh boy. Big ass stretch. Holy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited? We're going to do a trial tomorrow. We're going to do a whole trial tomorrow. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. He could have taken Sonia's identity. Well, as far as we know, Sonia's still here. Good stream, y'all. Glad I could make it. Glad you could make it too. Yeah, but tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be doing trial number 5. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. I think there is a chance. Stamps YT, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hoping there is a chance that I will be able to finish the game by New Year's. Maybe finish it on New Year's Eve. I want to have this game done before 2026, damn it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm back here tomorrow night, and it's going to be a great time. I hope. I hope it'll be a great time. I hope you guys have fun. But yeah, I should see who we're going to raid today. Who are we going to raid today? Oh my god. Why? Why have I been cheesed? Why? Ah shit, 3 years. Thank you for the resub.
Oh shit, 3 years teen in Poggies.
Thank you for the resub, then. I appreciate it. My theory was that the Navasala kingdom never existed and Sonia was an elaborate character created by the ultimate imposter, but that's the thing, though. That's the issue, though. He's an imposter. That means he has to be impersonating someone. For it to be an imposter, you need to be impersonating someone. So it can't be someone fictional. It has to be a real person. I've never heard of this game, but it seems fun and very interesting. Good luck with tomorrow's stream. Thank you so much, Opal. Thank you. And hello, Sahili. You're just in time for the good nights. Just in time for the good nights. Who are we rating? Who are we rating? Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't stop yawning anymore. Bah, thank you for the headpats. Otherwise, they aren't the imposter. They're just Agent 47. True. It's fun listening to Maya not talk like a Nell. Thanks. I do many voice. I do more than one voice. What is this person doing? Ooh. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Orange is Borange is a streamer that I like quite a bit. I think they're super cool. And they are doing an unboxing stream, which sounds super fun, and it looks like it's going to be a bunch of Kirby merch, which is also super fun. I'm here for it. I know it's her voice, but I hear a little Nell every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Nell. I'm basically doing the Nell voice for Fuyuhiko, yeah. Everyone's right. Yep. I'm using the Nell voice as a base for Fuyuhiko. All right, we're gonna raid Orange is Borange today. We're gonna raid Orange is Borange. Not a small creature? No, I am. I am. Here we go. Here we go. Orange is Borange. All right, let's get that raid set up. Okay. I need to go and figure out what the hell to do about my curtain rod situation. And then I can go to sleep. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, 7 p.m. Eastern, we're doing the 5th trial. Once that's done, we only have 1 chapter left. We are at the end of this game. Isn't that exciting? I think it's exciting. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic night. Make sure to get some water, get some food, get some rest. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, Grandma loves you. Mama loves you, though. All right. Night-night. Oh, right. Don't forget the raid message. Don't forget the raid message. I made one, and then I constantly forget to do anything with it, like a fool. All right. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.